Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Flipping Success, the podcast where we help you take your reselling business to the next level. I'm your host, Daz Smith, and today we're diving into a topic that can make or break your reselling business: inventory management. Whether you're just starting out or looking to optimize your existing process, mastering inventory management is crucial for maximizing your profits and keeping your business running smoothly. One of the things that we talk about within our community is health. Health, when it comes to your business, is crucial. It's the most fundamental part of your business. If you haven't got a healthy business, then you haven't got a business at all. And without an inventory management system, you're going to really struggle to maintain a healthy business. You're going to get into mistakes, you're going to lose items, you're going to have poor customer service as a result of that. So inventory management is super crucial to keep the health of your business alive and well, and also to just simply keep a track and make sure that the business runs smoothly as possible. So in this episode, we'll cover everything from setting up an efficient inventory system to common mistakes and the best tools to help you stay on top of your stock. So the first step is actually understanding inventory management. Let's define what it means and why it's so important. So an inventory management system involves ordering, storing, and using the company's inventory. Raw materials, components, finished products, whatever it is that you're selling, then that's obviously your inventory. And this inventory needs a system of how it's stored, how it's listed, how you find it, how you ship it. So essentially, that's what an inventory management system is. Proper management ensures you have the right products in the right quantity at the right time. Now, if you're just starting out, let's say you're an eBay seller and you're just getting going, you might be considering, do I really need an inventory management system? I've only got half a dozen products or 20 products or 50 products. I can easily find my stuff. I know where everything is. But believe me, it's better to start this system right from the get-go if you possibly can. And if you're already down the road, then take the time to do it. Honestly, it will be game changer. It will be life changing to create a system that is easy to find things. When it comes to shipping, losing lost items is the most frustrating thing. Proper management ensures you have the right products in the right quantity at the right time. Poor inventory management can lead to losing stock, excess stock, and poor customer service, as we talked about, that ultimately leads to lost sales and profits, and potentially even losing your account on certain platforms, which completely eliminates your ability to sell things on that platform. This is obviously a huge issue. And if you're just starting out, you might consider that you don't need an inventory system yet. I've only got half a dozen items. I've only got a dozen items. I've only got 30 or 40 items, for example. So I can find that stuff easy. It's not hard. But believe me, the sooner you put a system in place, the better it's going to be. And this will also allow you the ability to actually grow and scale your business without the worry of what am I going to do once I've got 100, 200 items and I've got to find a customer order and I can't find it because it's lost somewhere in tubs, boxes, wherever it shelves, wherever it is that you're storing things right now. I'm sure there's a lot of resellers who are going to be listening to this and understand exactly what I'm talking about. And even if you're further down the line, let's say you've already got 1,000 items, believe me, it's worth taking a day to create an inventory system and put everything in order. Your life will ultimately change from that moment onwards. It's worth the time. And I know a lot of people think, oh, I ain't got the time to do that. But believe me, you will save so much time and heartache in the long run to go and do that. So I would definitely tell you to go and do that today. Go and start thinking about an inventory system, whether it be a SKU system, a barcode system, a numbering system, whatever it is. You might want to, categorize things by item type, item size, item color, whatever it is. Create a system that works and start doing that today. Obviously, I'm going to talk a little bit about what the system that we use, but make sure that you're thinking about this from day one. So effective inventory management is about balancing supply and demand, reducing costs and ensuring customer satisfaction. Obviously, this is hugely important. Now that we understand how important it is, let's talk a little bit about how we can set up an efficient inventory. So what we've got to do first and foremost is categorize our inventory. Group similar items together for easy management is one option. Use categories or SKU systems to organize items, such as it may be by type, season, or sales frequency. We have SKU system that is based on a numbered system that starts at 1 and runs up to 1 million. We never replace our SKU number, so it's an ongoing SKU. We start off at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just continue that. And once that item is sold, we never replace that SKU system. So if we sell item number 5, the SKU will then run 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and over time we consolidate that stock down, but we never replace the SKU number because that can lead to human error and potentially have problems. So for our eBay business, we use a SKU number system. For our Whatnot business, it's slightly different. We categorize things more by item type and by pricing of what we want to run within our shows. So again, there's multiple different ways of doing it. I think a lot of people listening to this are going to be eBay sellers or fixed platform sellers such as Vinted. And we found that this numbered SKU system is the best way to do that. So if you want to know more about that, then obviously you can reach out to me and we can talk about it. So implement a system for tracking inventory. You could use a spreadsheet, and we do recommend that at least at the beginning you record your first 100 items onto a spreadsheet. It's going to be very useful just to get into that process of thinking about that. On some businesses, you might want to record absolutely everything. It depends on your business type. And there are obviously inventory management software tools to allow you to do that if you really want to go as far down that line. Some platforms have inbuilt data to help you manage your stock numbers. So eBay have lots of analytical tools and stuff like that which you can use. Then ensure every item is accounted for from the moment it's purchased to the moment it's sold. As I said, we do it just simply on amount of quantity in, amount of quantity out. We don't list every single item. It's just far too much work to do that. But we have got that new numbered SKU system, which allows us to see that. Because when we list an item, it lists in SKU order. Hopefully that makes sense. So establishing reorder protocols, setting minimum stock levels to trigger future buying might be something that you need to do. Use historical data to predict future needs. So again, if you're an eBay seller and you have listing goals, for example, you can use the amount of items that you're selling versus the amount of items that you're buying to keep a record of sales, but also to be able to manage cash flow. So let's dive into some best practices that can help you manage your inventory more effectively. So one thing you could do is conduct regular physical counts or consolidation to ensure your inventory matches actual stock. So we do regular consolidation within our system. What that actually means is simply we just squeeze all the stock together. Quite honestly, our system's built on boxes, and as I said, it's a numbered system. So we might have, let's say for example, number 1 to number 20 within that box. As items get sold, let's say number 6 gets sold, number 8 gets sold, number 12 gets sold, items are taken out of that box. Over time we will squeeze that box down and take the next box, which would be 21 to, let's say, 40, and add the front of that box into the rear of the first box. This will allow the system to squeeze down and gives us more space within our shelving, within our box system, and that allows us to visualize the amount of stock that we're selling, dependent on what type of system you've got. Because we don't kind of list every item individually, we don't have to stock check every single item. We just go based on amount of numbers in stock and amount of numbers sold. Hopefully that makes sense. So what also you can do is a first in, first out method. It's the FIFO method. Ensure older stock is sold before newer stock to reduce obsolescence. So if you've got seasonal items, for example, you might want to move them seasonal items on, or consider that. And first in, first out is definitely something that everybody needs to consider, because as stock gets older, in our mind psychologically it becomes less valuable, and we want to reinvigorate that stock, or we want to move that stock on and sell it to provide space and cash flow for new stock. So one thing also we can do is use technology. If you really want to step up to the next level, you can automate processes with inventory management software. You could utilize barcode scanners and RFID tags for accurate tracking. Now, this is a more advanced way of doing things, but it's not actually that difficult to implement, or you can get a third party in to do that for you. Obviously, if you grow into a huge business, then utilising some kind of barcode scanner would potentially be a good idea. But actually, we found that just our simple SKU system does the job really, really well. And there's not really a requirement for barcodes and that kind of thing. But again, it will really be dependent on the type of business, the type of items, the value of the items that you've got. If we lose a £1 or £2 item within our stock, it's not the end of the world. But if your items are of high value, the last thing you want to be doing is losing stock. So that's something to consider. Also, maintaining strong supplier relationships. You might ask how that is involved within inventory management, but good building relationships with suppliers for better terms and reliability allows you to communicate regularly to stay up to date on products availability and lead time. So that means, again, you might decide to move stock out because you've got new and better stock coming in, and having that relationship with the supplier will really help that. Plus, knowing what kind of stock you can get hold of allows you to plan into the future, which is a massive part of growing and scaling a business. Adopting these practices will help you maintain a healthy inventory and avoid some common pitfalls. So, tools and software recommendations. There's several tools and software options available to help you manage your inventory more effectively. So one might be Inventory Lab or something like that. That's great for Amazon sellers. It helps with tracking, profitability and accounting. You've got SKU Banner, an all-in-one solution for inventory management, order processing and shipping. Trade Greco, which I think is now QuickBooks Commerce. This helps small businesses manage inventory and orders with ease. And then, or you could just use a simple Excel or Google Sheets. I'm a massive advocate of Google Sheets. I use them all the time, every day. All my businesses run on Google Sheets. Quite honestly, we're not as far down the line as having an inventory management system as regards to like an automated, paid for. We just use Google Sheets. It's simple, it's easy. For the amount of documentation and data that we need to put into our business, Google Sheets works great. So for those starting out, simple spreadsheets can be a good way to begin tracking your inventory. These tools can significantly streamline your processes and help you maintain accurate inventory records. So common inventory mistakes and how to avoid them. Even experienced resellers can make inventory management mistakes. So we're going to go into a few common ones and how you can avoid them. So one of them is overstocking or understocking. Overstock for resellers can be a huge problem. Avoid buying too much or too little by using data to inform you of purchasing decisions. You don't just continue to buy. Your cash flow is going to get absolutely hammered if you do that. And cash flow is the killer for most businesses, quite honestly. So buying too much stock is when we put into our spreadsheet, I built a spreadsheet that allowed me to be able to plan our inventory buying, how much we needed to buy and list on eBay every single week, month and quarter, to hit the targets that we wanted, but also still maintain our cash flow, because overbuying just can kill you. And then you've got nothing to list. You end up with a big death pile, which is obviously a problem. And obviously understocking, not buying enough, is just as much of a problem, because now your business isn't going to be as consistent. You're not going to grow it as much as what you hoped, and you're not going to hit the numbers that you hoped you would do. So overstocking and understocking, common problem, definitely something to consider. And again, having that inventory management system allows that to be built into your business. Ignoring dead stock. So regular review of inventory for items that aren't selling. So you can consider discounting or bundling them or moving them out of your stock. Again, something that a lot of resellers don't do. They just start adding more and more stock in, and your knowledge is going to become much higher, hopefully, as you're progressing in your business. So 6 months ago, inventory that you might have bought at that time, maybe not inventory that you would buy now. You'd be buying better quality inventory due to an increase in knowledge. So you might want to move that old inventory out. We have an aged inventory process as part of our inventory management system. So as stock gets older, we gradually reduce that down in price to the point it sells, and we want to move that out of the door. So don't ignore dead stock. And also, stock can get lost within your inventory system. So again, manually reviewing that consolidation problem, going through the stock at least periodically. I would recommend once a quarter at least, to find some stock that might have got lost within that system so you can reintroduce it back into your stores. Regularly compare physical inventory with records to catch them discrepancies, as we've just mentioned. You might have lost stock, you might have things that have been returned, and manual error, human error, all these things can happen within your business. So just regular reconsolidation and review. Neglecting seasonal trends. So are you thinking about that? Maybe you listed a lot of coats and jackets for the previous winter season, but now we're in summer. Maybe you want to move that stuff on. Maybe you want to reduce that right down. If you look at retail outlets, you'll see that they've got massive discounts on all the stock, like seasonal stock. They will reduce it massively to move it on. Hopefully you've made a lot of profit from your buys around that time, and now you just need to continue cash flow coming in. So pay attention to seasonal demand and adjust your inventory levels accordingly. By being aware of these pitfalls and taking proactive steps, you can keep your inventory under control and your business running smoothly. That wraps up today's episode on mastering inventory management for maximum profit. I hope you found these tips and insights helpful. So let's recap a few of the key points. 1. Importance of inventory management. 2. Setting up an efficient inventory system. 3. Best practices and tools. And 4. Avoiding common mistakes. We're delighted to say Revive.team are sponsors of this episode of Flipping Success. So let's hear a little bit about Revive.team. Are you ready to take your reselling business to the next level? Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced reseller looking to scale up, you need to check out Revive.team. At Revive.team, we offer 2 fantastic membership options right now to help you succeed. First up, we have the Revive.tribe, our free Discord community where resellers come together to share tips, support each other, and celebrate wins. It's the perfect place to get started, connect with like-minded individuals, and gain valuable insights without spending a dime. It's absolutely free. But if you're serious about scaling your business, you'll want to join our Revive.team paid membership. This gives you exclusive access to our members area, packed with powerful mindset strategies, foundational tactics, and actionable content designed to help you grow your business. Learn from industry experts, get the inside scoop on the latest reselling trends, and take advantage of our step-by-step guides and resources. And here's an exclusive offer just for our Flipping Success listeners. Use the promo code Flipping Success 50 to get 50% off your Revive.team membership, or while ever you stay on as a member. So this is for life. As long as you join at that price, it'll be that price forever. That's right, 50% off. So don't miss this chance to invest in your future and join a community dedicated to helping you achieve your reselling goals. All you got to do is visit revive.team today. Just post that into your web browser and join the tribe for free. And upgrade to our paid membership to unlock even more potential. Remember, use promo code FlippingSuccess50 at checkout for 50% off your membership. Let's flip success together with Revive.team. So thanks again to Revive.team for sponsoring this episode of Flipping Success. Now let's get back to the show and learn more about flipping your way to the top. Thanks for tuning in to Flipping Success. Make sure to subscribe, rate and review the podcast and follow us on social media for updates and more great content. Until next time, keep flipping and stay successful.